YouTube, what's happening? This your boy Loopy G, back at you. Man, today I want to talk about fire damage properties and how I just closed on a property that I had tied up under contract for a couple months. And man, I am so happy that I was able to help out these actual sellers, get rid of this property. It was an actual burnt to the crisp property. And I want to let y'all know that, hey, do not pass up these fire damage properties. Go after these fire damage properties and these code violation properties, but mainly these fire damage properties you should go after. This just so happened to be airship of affidavit property. So if you don't know what an airship of affidavit is, man, that's when you have to get heirs to the state sign these documents that actually let you know that, hey, we are the ones that was passed down this property from our parent or such and such or such and such, So I actually had this property under contract for about 45 days in the beginning and could not get this property closed on in time, not only because of the airship of affidavit. I needed to get all the documents signed, and it was just difficult because it was a fire damage property. But guess what? Hashtag I never gave up. And that's what I want y'all to do, man. Go out here, take massive action, never give up. This fire damage property was burnt up. I'm talking about burnt up. And the crazy thing is, I was very familiar with this property. This property was right in my neck of the woods where I grew up at, right down the street from my grandmother's house. So I'm very familiar with this property. I didn't know the actual sellers of the property, but I knew some of their kin people that actually stayed in the property. The property ended up becoming vacant for some reason unknown. I have no clue, but it ended up being vacant for a while. And then out the blue, during the winter time, it ended up going up in flames. And you want to know why it went up in flames? Because stragglers, homeless people, drug addicts was actually going into these properties and they was just trying to keep warm. So in the midst of keeping warm in the winter, they burnt the property up. And man, if y'all didn't see my story, man, y'all better start checking out my stories on Instagram, because this property was hideous. And man, the crazy thing is, I had all type of buyers go in this property. I went in the property and didn't even notice that there was somebody actually laying on a bed in the house. Crazy. I'm walking through the property showing Love Creative Deals the property, man. Shout out to Love Creative Deals, man. If y'all not following her, go follow her on Instagram. She's a real estate agent and a mobile notary. She is awesome. So I'm showing her the property. She say, man, you ain't know he was sitting right there? I was like, no. Man, there was a guy actually laying in the bed just relaxing. So I say, hey, man, I'm not worried about you. I'm a super cool dude. But I actually have some buyers on the way. And when they come, you're going to have to leave. And then you can just come back. It's not my house. It's your house for right now. But as of right now, when my buyers come, you got to go. So I let him lay there, man, and he was like, man, never mind me. I'm not going to cause no problems. I'll leave when you need me to leave. And I was like, great. So I actually had a few buyers go on the property with me not being there, because it was basically an open property. Man, I was on the phone with a buyer and she went in the property. She said, is the property open? I said, yeah. You see it's burnt up. The whole back was open. You could walk in the property. The garage was up. You can walk in the property. The door was open. You can go in the property. Just let me know if you want to drop that $2,500 earnest deposit at the title company for this property. So she was on the phone. She was like, well, stay on the phone with me. I said, cool. Man, she went in the property. Dude was in there butt naked. Man, she said, I never seen nothing like this before. I said, hey, you said you wanted to go in there. I said, I'll come. You said, don't worry about it. It wasn't nothing. You've been in worse house before. So I was like, okay. Man, this lady went in there. Guy in there butt naked. Funny. I was laughing. She was laughing. Her eyes was hurting. My eyes wasn't, because I did not go. Thank you, I didn't go. Oh, man, I didn't need to see that. But yeah, man, this fire damage property had to go. It was stragglers in this property. It was drug addicts steady going in and out the property, leaving drug paraphernalia and stuff like that. And there were people just lounging and living in the property. So this property was an eyesore, a complete eyesore, and it needed to be taken care of. So that's why I came in. Because guess what? Dude, I buy houses. Had to get this under contract. Driving for dollars, put it in my Deal Machine app. If y'all don't have Deal Machine, I suggest y'all get Deal Machine app. This is like my third or fourth closing with me using my Deal Machine app. And Deal Machine is my family, so big shout out to Deal Machine. We got great things to come. So Deal Machine, this house, and man, I cold called. Then once I got the cold calling these people, got in touch with the owner, the actual one of the heirs of the property, and talked with them. They was interested in selling. They currently had it under contract with another wholesaler that couldn't perform. That now that their contract was up, I put them under contract for 45 days. Man, what a ride. Because once I got the property, I started marketing the property. Marketing the property like Facebook ads and blah blah, Facebook groups and stuff like that, marketplaces, and sending them out to my buyers. And I actually put a sign out in front of the property. And if y'all don't know what a sign look like that you need to put in front of the property, I want you to wait, because I got something to show you. So this is the sign that I put in front of the property. This is my sign, right? If y'all don't know, this is my sign. So I actually put this sign in front of the property, and I was gaining traction. People was calling me left and right for the property, It don't have for sale on it, but it do have my business logo on it, and it has my number. So I was getting calls left and right. Long story short, hey man, I had buyers coming in and out the property. I was posting this property on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. The actual person that had the property under contract before me was going back and telling the seller, hey, you know somebody is trying to sell your house to somebody else, so y'all beware, man. There's some haters out there, but we do not care about the haters. There is no competition. She couldn't perform. It's not my fault. Now I have it on the contract, and I am performing. I am working. I am trying to get this property closed on. So as time was going on, I started figuring out that, hey, we have to get an airship of affidavit done on this property. And one of the brothers, it was a brother and a sister, and the other brother that stayed out here, the other two siblings didn't stay here. So it was one that stayed out the country, another one stayed like way in Alaska. So I had to get these documents sent to these individuals and sent back in a timely manner, so I could be able to close. And it was a lot of work, and I don't complain. I got out there and I put forth the effort, because my title company and my escrow agent told me, hey, if you want to close, you got to help me out. If you want to close quick, you got to help me out. So I actually had one buyer that was ready to drop the earnest money, but he didn't respect me as a businessman, and he wanted to change title companies, and I wasn't with it. I wasn't having it. We are closing with my escrow agent. They have done a lot of work for me, and I wasn't about to take that contract and send it to somebody else and not be able to get my people paid for the job that they had done for me. So I stuck to what I believe in, and I said, hey, we're closing here. He didn't want to close here. I found another buyer. Hey, got the airship of affidavits signed. They was notarized and recorded. When it was time for closing, hey, the buyer came in with his $2,500 earnest deposit. He wanted to get a realtor. I said, fine, you pay that cost. And hey, he paid that cost. Next thing you know, we was at closing. Remember, y'all, go after these fire damaged properties. These fire damaged properties are diamonds in the rough. Man, I sold this property for high. I sold this property so high, I couldn't believe I sold it, but I know I'm a hustler, and I knew that I was going to sell that property, and I wasn't going to sit on it. So I want y'all to know to go after these fire damaged properties. This is a quick video. I'm gonna shoot another video, but I want to let y'all know how proud of myself that I am that I closed out on this property. So y'all hit that subscribe button, like this. Hey, let's get it. It's our turn.